So we have a clutch of Solomon Island ground boa babies. They are 12 weeks now, and we are starting to get them to eat on their own. But when I first had them, it was a process of figuring out what to do to get them to eat. So I looked up, there's not a lot of information out there for this species because they're not really in the scene right now. They're kind of an up and comer. But when you first get them, they're super tiny. They're also a slow metabolizing species, so they don't need to be fed super often. I still fed mine once a week to help boost their rate and help them grow and get up there. But what you want to do is you want to take pinkies when they're little, when they're first born. You want to chop them up really super fine, like mush. And then you take what you can go to the pet store. You can get these at the pet store. They're kitten feeders, or for any small animal. You cut the tip off and stuff. Make sure it's smooth, not rough. It's all smooth and around the edges, so it doesn't hurt the babies in their throat and stuff. You cut it back to where it's going to allow a good amount of push through, and then you take all the cut up pinky, put it inside. Make sure you got a good tip full at least, and then make sure there's going to be air that comes into the back of it. And then you slowly push the plunger. You don't want to do the plunger all at once.
Feed the tip into the mouth.
Yeah, because you don't want to do the plunger all at once, because then you are going to possibly explode your snake, and you don't want to do that. That is a really, really bad idea. So what you want to do is you want to slowly, very slowly, increments at a time, do the plunger until you see the contents going up into the snake, until it's all gone. And you'll hear little hiss, maybe little pops of air once it's out and through the plunger. Once that's done, you know you got it in. But what you want to do is, it's going to look a little weird, and it's going to look like you might be hurting it, but you're not, as long as you got it all nice and smooth. You're going to take the baby, and I can actually show you one of the babies. They're used to this by now. These are 12 weeks old. They're a little smaller when they're first born. But you're going to take them, and you're going to get them onto the syringe. Yeah, they don't exactly like this process, but they're used to it by now. And you're gonna feed them up onto the plunger. You want to try and make sure they're straight so they don't kink up. And you want to be nice and let them relax around the plunger until their nose hits the tip of the large area. See how it's into the throat? Like that. It comes out nice and smooth. See? Just like that. You're not hurting the snake. The snake's just got to relax its throat around the tip to be able to get the food inside. And that's what you do for the first quite a few weeks of the baby's life, until it's big enough and ready enough for a pinky. And these guys that's what we're doing now, is about 12 weeks old. And what we're doing is, I found some that this one guy uses mackerel, and it's the oils and everything is he coats the pinky in it to help with the flavor and to help entice the snake to encourage them We've gotten a couple already to latch on and start eating on their own instead of having to force feed. Now, they're not all doing this. Some are, some aren't. We have had a couple that we have still had to feed by tweezer, assist feed by tweezer. So there are still going to be some that will do it, some that won't do it. So it is up to the individual snake. So I'm going to show you how to start their prey drive, hopefully. Just start the prey drive. Kind of get a bit of excess oil off the pinky. You don't need a ton, and it's kind of a mess. So take the pinky, make sure you've got the head. Take your snake, and these guys are already opening their mouths and biting on things. By this point, they should, since they're used to biting on the plunger of the syringe. Stop it. Okay. They're squiggly. Hang on. Got it. What you want to do is you want to get it up to their mouth. See, like that. Get it to bite. And it immediately releases. This is going to happen. They are going to release. It is inevitable. But they're going to start biting and they'll latch on. They'll release.
I can't see it over there.
See, they bite. They release. You just want to keep doing it till they get the point of what they're doing. See, he's starting to curl. He's starting to understand. And sometimes it takes them a little bit to understand what they're doing. But you're encouraging. Yep, see, there he goes. You just want to constantly repeat putting it in its mouth until they start curling up on the prey. And then it's going to take them a little bit, but they will start swallowing it like these others have. And that is how you get them, and that is how I found how to do it. I hope this helps, because I didn't really have this to help me get them started, and it was very frustrating. So I hope this helps anybody else who has any of these kinds of snakes or any of this species, or even if anybody has babies and they're just not sure what to do. So good luck. Hope this helps, and good luck.